Yo, it's Arkin, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make hard-hitting dubstep drums that actually smack. So whether your drums sound weak or maybe just not up to industry standards, by the end of this video, your drums are going to sound like this. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so first thing first is that we want to make sure our BPM is around 140 to 150. I currently have it at 145 here. Now let's get our tracks ready. So I'm going to label this one kick. I'm just going to make a few tracks here. So snare, and then you can hit tab to go to the next one. Snare, hats, cymbals, crash. And to make a new audio track was just Command or Control T. So you can make another one there if you need to. Now I'm going to select all of these. So I'm going to click one, hit Shift, and then click this one at the end. So it selects all of them. And then Command or Control G to group them. So I'm just going to throw a glue compressor on the group to make sure it doesn't clip or go over 0. And there you go. So now that we have this set, let's get some samples going here. So kind of already have some picked out to show you, and all the samples I will be using in this I will include in the description below for a free download. So let's get our kick sample going, and we're going to want to put the kick on every beat. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these numbers here. We're just going to put kick on every one. I'm going to make a loop here, an 8-bar loop, so I'm going to just select this. And then you can hit this icon here, the loop icon, or Command or Control L to loop it. So now we have a little loop going. And let's get a snare or clap. In this instance, we're using claps. So let's put this, and we're going to put the clap on. If you zoom in, you can see there's 1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 in each of these measures. We're going to put it on the third beat of each measure. So I'm just going to select this whole gray area around it so I can easily Command or Control D duplicate it all the way down, like so. I'm just going to rename that one clap, since this is going to be mainly claps that we're going to showcase here. So let's keep going with some hats. Let's see. We want a more crisp. Let's see here. So with the hats, we want to make sure also right click anywhere in your grid and put it on 1/8. Probably the easiest when making drums. So we want to make sure these are about every beat. So 1.2, 1.3, we're going to put them on every one of those. And we're going to skip the first one to give it a little bit of swing. So now that I set that one, I'm going to select this whole gray around it, and I'm just going to duplicate them all throughout, just like that. So now let's hear what we got so far. Cool. It's already sounding pretty decent. Now let's make this a little more interesting. We're going to layer some of these things. So I'm going to have a clap 2. Yeah, so let's see our kick. It's always good to just kind of EQ the low frequency about 20 to 30 hertz of your kick so it doesn't interfere with the sub. So as you can see, the fundamental is about right here, 40. So as long as you just do like anywhere a little bit before that, so you're not messing with the fundamental. But just some side note there. Let's see. So now let's layer the clap with another clap. This one is more, as you can see here on the spectrum, it's kind of doing the higher clap frequency here. So we want some more low end with this one, and that's what this one will do. So it's getting some more low end there, and then so together, let's solo these together. You're kind of using as you can see, it's taking up more of the frequency range now. So you get a little bit more fuller sound that way. I'm going to duplicate these down all the way. Now, I'm going to make another audio track here, because this is where you can add some really cool spice to your drums. I like to add this splash. Where'd it go? Like a water drop, actually. So you put the water drop, maybe, I think like a beat before would be good. Let's see. Maybe like right before it. Yeah, there you go. So it gives a little bit of a swing going into it, and it's just like this added effect. So water drop effect. And these little kind of sound design tricks really are some good ear candy. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this all the way down as well. And then you do want to make sure to group your snares. So going to label that snare group, and I'm going to also just copy this glue compressor over to the snare group as well, just to keep things all together. Now let's play what we got. That's cool. So to spice this up even more, we're going to add some cymbals and crashes. So every first beat here, we can add, well, I guess mainly like every 4 bars, we'll add this crash here. So we're actually going to label this crash, and then let's do this one a reverse crash. So we'll have more of a reverse sounding going into each thing here. So we'll put this right before. And then we're going to duplicate that down as well. So next we can layer some of these hats. So this one is a little bit more crisp. I'll layer it with a bit more of some texture. So let's see here, like something like that. And I'm just going to fade it in there so it doesn't have too much of a ring out for this one. So you get a little more with the crisp. Gives a little bit more texture. And I'm just going to duplicate these all the way down as well. And some of these can be more on the first beat. Let's see if we do it like that. So yeah, you can really get a little creative with how you want to have the hats going and the rhythm of it, and give it a bit of a swing. Then you can even make it go a bit faster too at this part. So maybe if you want them to go, this might be a little too fast, but let's see. But essentially, you get the idea. You can definitely play around with that. Then let's keep this going. We can layer this. Maybe we have this last half layered with another kind of loop, top loop. That's what I like to call it. So you can throw on any kind of top loop. This is just an example here. So you can really picks up the energy there. So and you can even mess around with changing some of the hats as well, with some gain variation and just turning them down manually there and kind of duplicating them. So I'll just kind of put these in some random spots. And that way you have a little bit more of a human feel when the hats are being played. So give a more natural feel. Cool. Now let's keep it going. We're going to let's see, we can add some, if you want to take it a step further, we can add some vocal chants. So let's see what we got. You do like, yeah, on the kicks. So every time the kick plays, you can have a vocal chant on the one here. So we'll just kind of duplicate these down. But maybe change them every other one. So just changing them here. So then you can duplicate these down, and then to take it a little bit further, we can warp them. Maybe pitch them up. I'm gonna pitch them up like 7 semitones. It's a perfect fifth. So bring the formants down. Let's see. So to take it even a bit further, now we can layer these snare, or claps with a bit of a crash. So let's see, we'll make another audio track there. It's going to find another kind of crash. I guess I'm already using that one. This one is good. Or maybe actually this one. So put them on the right underneath the snares every third beat here. Maybe bring in the fade a little bit so it's not so much fading out or ringing out. You maybe can change them up too, so maybe this one has less ring out. And then kind of get it going. So I usually like to make like a loop of, 4 bars or something, and then you can just duplicate that over like that. So then if you really wanted to, you can even play around with some of the kicks and the placement of them, if you can add a kick some places. So as long as you really get the snares where they need to be, you can move some of the kicks around. So maybe another kick there, so you can like duplicate that over. Now have a little bit of variation with the kicks. And at the end of the phrase, you can do something like this where it leads into the next. So I'm just going to, I just duplicated the kicks so they have this kind of 4 to the floor feel. Like it's transitioning to something. And then you can, let's see, I'll make a new layer with another kind of China sound. Crash sound, whatever. And I'm just gonna duplicate that and have them go with the kicks, so it kind of sounds like this. And you can even kind of get rid of all this, possibly. Let's see. Yeah, just kind of let that play out. Some other things we can do here is take a little bit of this crash and like this tail end of it, and I'm just gonna cut it and duplicate it, so you kind of have these little kind of happening throughout like that. And you can even take a little bit more of a tail end there and have it kind of fade out there. But you can play around with that. So let's duplicate this down so you have some variations here. Because yeah, without it, it just seems, it definitely carries the energy a bit more. So you can get rid of them here. So we already have the crashes happening. Transitional crash. And I would say that's pretty much it. Okay, so if you want more in-depth sound design and my personal drum rack presets and a lot of things I don't share on my YouTube, then I just dropped my online course. It is in beta right now, currently half off. The code will not expire. It is for Black Friday, so if you see this video and use this code, you can get it half off. So get it while you can, and yeah, see you in the next one.